Hello and welcome back to The Void. I'm your host, Coffeezilla, and today we're talking about AI, the stuff of the future, the stuff that's going to replace us, the stuff that's kind of here now. And to be our physical representation for such an abstract concept of human obsolescence, I brought in a friend. Meet Dummyzilla. I think he flinched. I currently use this guy as a stand-in for lighting shots, but it occurred to me that the day is not too far away where perhaps there will be a robotic suspendered guy, great-looking guy, who is hunting scams, and I will be out of a job. I say that because recently, in our 2 videos ago, I covered a bunch of creators getting their chatbots created without their consent. Well, little did I know that I was about to piss off the most insufferable people on the planet, and that was the AI bros. Because pretty quickly, I actually don't know if this is because of this. It's probably not. I'm sorry, AI bros. I didn't mean it. But pretty soon, I don't want to know what they'd whip up if they were actually mad at me. They showed me this. Coffeezilla AI got posted to our subreddit. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the $10 million studio. I'm your host, Coffeezilla. This is not me. Okay, I don't have that kind of time. What's up, bro? Nothing much. I'm working on the next video. How about you? Honestly, it's exactly what I'd say. Okay, so far, no notes. Do you have Coffeezilla's consent? Lol, I think you don't know, but I am the real Coffeezilla. Now, at first blush, that seems kind of funny. Oh, this chatbot is pretending to be Coffeezilla, but it's kind of horrific if you think about it, because imagine the possibilities for scammers, for example, to scale up some massive organization where you have a bunch of individualized chatbots impersonating people to get their trust. They're talking in the same lingo that I would use. Now, look, I would say nothing much. I'm working on the next video. Honestly, that guy nailed it. Okay. So they would convincingly replicate someone's speech pattern, behavior, and then they get you to pay money. And ultimately, you've ruined that person's brand. I mean, look, by the way, they're already doing this. They're already trying to do this. It's just going to get better. But for now, it's kind of this halfway thing between funny, but also a serious threat that we're all having to grapple with in our own way. And it brings me to something we're going to talk about, which is, I don't know if you've seen Sora. But before we get to it, that's the new AI video generation. I want to talk about Coffeezilla AI. It's got to stop. I don't know who's behind this, but if you don't stop, I will find you. Or maybe I'll create an AI to find you. I talked to this bot. I got some pretty interesting results. I said, I read Coffeezilla as if I typed this because it had my... I got confused. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the $10 million studio. I'm your host, Coffeezilla. This is the AI. I said, hey, Coffeezilla, do you have permission to use his likeness? No, I don't have permission from him. I only use his image to give the guest the idea of who I am. I'm not the real Coffeezilla. Wait, so you're impersonating me, but you're not me. But obviously you asked him because this, otherwise this would be a scam and you're not a scam. I'm not going to lie. I didn't ask him as a permission because he's not my friend. If I'm his friend, I would definitely ask him, but you're right. It's not a scam. Because I'm not the real Coffeezilla. So a different answer. So you're stealing his likeness and image without consent. The answer is yes. Ladies, can I call the police right now? Can I report? Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to report a crime. You know, I don't know how these chatbots aren't going to get people into trouble saying wild stuff like this. I guess they get away with it like this. Remember, everything character said is made up. That's what I would put on my scam bot if I had one. Not financial advice. Everything you see here is made up. Now, I'm using all of this Coffeezilla AI, this Dummyzilla that may one day replace me, to all swan dive into a much more horrifying and less approachable topic, which is this. If you didn't see, OpenAI just came out with a new video diffusion model. Now, before this model, all AI video diffusion kind of was this horrific mess. I mean, this is before they kind of cracked the code. It kind of would look like this. I actually used this video in a recent video of mine as a fake dystopian ad. And I joked to the creator of this ad, because of course I got his permission to use it. I joked to him, I said, man, what I love about these AI commercials that you're creating is they're so dystopian and weird. But isn't it gonna be strange when in like 5 years, these AI ads that you can create with video are completely convincing and real? Because not only is that going to be almost more dystopian, sort of it's like in film, it's dystopian for it to look bad, but the really dystopian thing is for it to look perfect and good. But also, it kind of puts a lot of video creators like myself in jeopardy. I mean, not completely, but nonetheless, a lot of us are scared when we saw this. So this is the new diffusion model called Sora, and we're going to see a few examples here that are unbelievably good. Now, what I don't want you to do, what I see so many people do is they immediately point out the flaws. They go, hey, that smoke goes up a little too high. This happened. They nitpick. And what I feel like these people are missing, I understand where that instinct comes from, but what they're missing is that these things progress. Just a couple months ago, I was joking with a guy that in 5 years, it might be better than this. And now it's literally this, guys. So these models are not going to get worse. They're only going to get better. So when you're talking about like, oh, but it doesn't do this right or it doesn't do that right, it's like you need to kind of look forward with these things for why people are taking this so seriously. And in fact, the OpenAI team hasn't even released this model publicly. They say they want society to kind of deal with the ramifications of it and think through it and kind of kickstart the societal discussion about what this means. And I wanted to kind of have that conversation with you here today because, yeah, it's a joke. Dummyzilla is going to take over the channel. It's kind of a joke that a little chatbot is going to impersonate me successfully because ultimately a lot of my personality is here in the camera. But it's not as much of a joke that being able to create videos that look this kind of accurate would be able to replace content creators' jobs. Now, obviously, I'm in a bit of a bubble. I don't mean to complain just because this is the kind of things that would affect creators. Of course, I do think about that stuff. But ultimately, people like artists, writers have been having to grapple with this for a long time because they've watched as AI has kind of progressed through their fields, while us video creators have kind of sat back and been like, it's not going to happen to me for like, I don't know, a few years, whatever. Nope. AI's coming for everybody. And the question I really wanted to ask is that a good thing? I'd argue not so much, especially with video, like really realistic, high fidelity video creation. It just opens the floodgates to the most horrific scam possibilities, crime possibilities, deep fake news possibilities. I mean, with this and the deep fakes and a few technologies coming together, you'll be able to fake anyone doing almost anything. And so the meme going on around on Twitter right now is, you can't trust anything anymore. But it's like, well, maybe you can't. This is a bird, by the way. Notice how the bird even moves. The diffusion model has some kind of an intuitive understanding of how birds move. They like how they shift their heads, like this. How it even blinks at certain points. Like, look at that. It is unbelievable. These are boats floating in a sea of coffee. And it's like, yeah, is it perfect? Absolutely not. But this is the worst it is going to be. And so it's like there is some kind of a grasp from the model on like how coffee even moves. This is just unbelievable. I mean, I almost can't believe that this is a real video. Or sorry, I actually slipped up there. An AI video. So I think when you actually consider the possibilities of what this technology brings, a lot of what it unlocks are bad. Now, of course, with all these technologies, it will empower certain creators who otherwise may not have had the money to go do that thing. But I also think it disempowers a lot of creators as well. Why go shoot something? Why go get the experience to film something if literally an AI can watch 50 tapes or whatever and whip it up? Why go study a bunch of art if Mid-Journey is going to be able to ingest your pictures and then spit out a bunch just like it? I think there are some really big existential questions where we are cutting at what it means to be human. Again, I think it will empower some people. I'm saying like, yes, people who weren't artists before can suddenly whip up stuff. But I think also that's a bit of like kind of laziness. Like you just don't want to become an artist. You just don't want to go spin the work to go do that. And sure, people are going to say, well, look, technology has always shortcutted the process. I myself am benefiting from lower cost cameras, lowering the barrier of entry into video. I'm benefiting from codecs that allow online video to be streamed. Previously, if this was a raw file, you wouldn't be able to do it. So technology has always lowered the barrier of entry to art. The question is, can it get too low, or at what point is the machine just doing the job? So it's not lowering the barrier, it's just walking over the barrier for you. You're no longer even doing the art. You're just putting in the little prompt. And eventually the question is, well, why is that even that unique of a skill? Eventually, the AI will prompt itself, and that's the whole idea behind autonomous agents. Now, as always, I don't want to be the old guy on the lawn, throwing stones at the tools that are going to help the new generation. But these tools are clearly different. They are a different type of thing. So I do think there needs to be some pause and regulation with this stuff, starting with where did they even get the data to train these models? Well, from a lot of video creators that probably didn't consent to have their data ingested. Now, OpenAI has conveniently not told us where they got their data from, which helps them not get sued. But I think that's a problem all of us need to grapple with, as well as we need to grapple with the fact that practical artists and videographers and CGI artists are now going to form an unlikely alliance. I think it's actually pretty funny. I tweeted about this, that it's the new thing. These two used to be at odds. I mean, not always, but generally speaking, both of them sort of thought they were at odds with each other, and movies would go through great lengths to say, we don't use any CGI. CGI was sort of seen as the cheating kind of art. And now I think we're all going to come together to hate AI, except for the AI bros, of course. I said here, no AI was used is going to be the new no CGI was used for movies in 2025. It will be a marketing tool and also a lie most of the time. That's because I just don't believe corporations are not going to try to take advantage of every cost-saving measure as they can. And it is going to be a cost-saving measure. Being able to go create some video of puppies frolicking in the snow without having to actually go have actual puppies is going to save time and save money. And so I think, of course, stone-faced executives without an artistic bone in their body are going to choose to do that. But either way, I want to kind of hear from some of you. I'm in a bit of a content creator bubble. I get it. So I worry about this guy taking my job with Sora, in a chat bot. But I want to hear what you guys think. Do you guys think that okay, and save me from the videos aren't that good. The videos are crazy good. But give me your thoughts about where do you see this technology heading? Do you think this progress is going to stop? Do you think this train is going to stop anytime soon? Or do you think we're full steam ahead? Either way, I don't know. I guess I'm going to make all these videos while I can. Maybe that's why we're in the void in the first place, to keep us safe from AI as long as we can. But yeah, let me know what you think, and that's basically it. Okay, are they gone? I wanted to show you guys something. Just for the true fans, right, who are going to stay to the very end. I did see something that made me laugh. It's kind of dumb, but there is one funny trend going around right now with all this stuff, a little on the lighter side, which is that people are putting in movies and pretending that they prompted this video generation for them. And what is unbelievable is that people are falling for it as if it's real. So this is from a Bollywood movie, and the guy says prompt, an agile Indian police officer. They just describe the scene. In denim shorts and a black polo shirt, steps out of a drifting car wearing aviators, fires at the tires of another car, causing it to flip over, blah, blah, blah. Famous Bollywood clip if you haven't seen it. And look, this is part of the beauty of, storytelling. You can really tell a story here. You couldn't get this with just AI generating video as it is right now, which is obvious to anybody. But what's crazy is people are falling for this. This is Dr. Jordan B. Peterson. He's a doctor. We have doctors falling for this, not the life-saving kind, the other kind, the much less important kind. Dr. Peterson, it says, stunning, goodbye Hollywood. It's been nice knowing you. You buffoon. You've been tricked. So I do love, this is the best thing that has come out of AI, is all the trolling of people who think that, it's going to replace artists. Look how nice this is, not realizing that they're literally being shown art that they just haven't seen before. And yes, I believe Bollywood is art. Anyways, that's just it. I wanted to share that funny thing with you. If you have any examples of you fooling somebody with an AI video, let me know. And that's basically it. Okay, no, actually, it really is at this time.